You wind up with a lot of extra turkey after a holiday? I sure do. Let me show you how to make some amazing white chili with this. So simple. So we're going to start off with 2 pounds of leftover turkey. It's already been cut down to bite-sized pieces. And next, we need to chop up 1 large onion, a poblano, a jalapeno, and of course some garlic. And we're going to get those in a pan and start to get them browning. Okay, everything in the pot. The poblano we seed. I just don't like the seeds in the poblano, but I leave them in the jalapenos. Like that little extra kick. The next step to do is go in and saute this. Start getting these onions a little bit of color, get a little brown. When they're just about done, come in and add your garlic. I'm going to use probably 6, 7, maybe 8 cloves. Okay folks, I really love to make my chili in a smoker. Adds a lot more flavor to it. But as you can see, there's about a foot of snow on my table. The smoker's just covered up. That's the top of the propane can. Somewhere off to the right is my starter for charcoal. And it's 27 below zero. I don't want to be out here. I'm going to go finish this in the kitchen. Do it however you like. Smokers work awesome. Kitchen works just great. Okay, that went south in a big hurry. Who wants to stand outside in 27 below zero weather, fight all that snow? So, but that's why I chose the crock pot. But that crock pot, there's lots of other things you can use. Any pot big enough to hold it. Crock pots are great. I've made a lot of white chili in just a crock pot. So, next step, need to add our meat. Now, if you don't have leftover turkey, you absolutely can use like a rotisserie chicken, or you can buy chicken, thighs and breasts, whatnot. Cook them a little bit, get some nice browning on them before you start this process, and it'll come out delicious, I guarantee it. Okay, let's get her seasoned up. And man, there's a lot of things that you can change up in your seasoning. One thing you don't want to change is the cumin. Cumin is so important to this. So, a couple of good teaspoons of cumin. About a teaspoon of oregano. I like to throw a little sage in mine. It's kind of a real earthy, wild flavor. It just reminds you of being outdoors. Awesome. Okay, now I have some white pepper. If you don't have it, definitely use the black pepper. Not a big deal. It just helps keep that color down about the same. So, use up the rest of that jar. Not a big deal. And now we're going to add 32 ounces of chicken stock. And a good trick to it, to get it to run better, stick it. Poke a hole in it, it won't jug. The next thing in the party is some white beans. Now it doesn't matter if you use navy beans, cannelli beans, great white northern, maybe even pinto beans. But I don't bother straining them. That'll all kind of help thicken up the sauce. We're going to use 2 cans, but we're going to do a little trick. On the second can, I'm going to throw my little bitty blender. That's going to really help thicken up the sauce. Okay, now you can certainly use like a potato masher or something like that, but who doesn't love a blender? Dump all that goodness out. I cleaned that out in a second. Another trick you can do is when you're working on the onions, the last 3-4 minutes, add yourself in some flour, like 3-4 tablespoons. just to cook the raw flavor out, and that'll definitely help thicken it up. Okay, the last guys, almost the last guys in the party, some good old green chilies. I want 2 cans of it. That's optional. 1 can will be good. And keep an eye out, because right there we got a stem. We don't want that. So, okay guys, we're almost there. Now, one of my big pet peeves is when people add mozzarella, cheddar, whatever, you know, the solid cheeses. Yeah, it works great, it tastes great. Make cleaning your dishes a real pain. I'm going to stir that in a little bit. And then to get some really amazing creaminess, good old Philadelphia. Drop that right in. As this cooks, we're going to break this out. Now I dice that into smaller pieces, so it will break up easier. So, right now, it's time to hit the stove. We're going to let this simmer for, 2-3 hours, doesn't matter. Just going to soften up the beans, get all those flavors together. But pretty much right now everything is cooked. Okay guys, it's been 2.5-3 hours. Chili is looking absolutely amazing. Oh man, good stuff. If your chili's looking a little too thin for you, great trick. Crush up some tortilla chips while it's cooking, and these will melt down, they'll break up and act as a thickener. It's just corn, pretty simple. Doesn't matter if you use the yellow ones. White chips actually work a little bit better, and they will absolutely thicken it up. So let's say we get a bowl of this and try it. Yeah, look at that, all those peppers. Now this is a really mild, super mild sauce. Stir it down in there, get you some of the thick stuff, a little more of that chicken. Now lots of ways to top this. You can come in with some tortilla shells. You can break them up if you want. Add a little cheese, your choice. I'm using some cheddar here, but there are plenty of different kinds. Mozzarella works great. So there you have it, the perfect bowl of white chicken chili, or in this case, leftover turkey. Let's give it a go. Man, that is so amazing. You know what? I think we need to try one more test. Let's see how somebody else likes it.